Hello ladies and gentlemen, yes you are back on with Han, and you may have questions as to where I am at the current time. Yes you may. And I'm going to tell you. We're in the Nether Stable. Yes, this is the beginning of our new Nether Stable. So, allow me to start from the beginning. I decided to make it here because I thought I could make a really cool entrance here, so when we come right out and get rid of these guys, when we come right out from the nether portal, we can just, oh hey look, I need to eat steak. No, I need a horse. And we go, horse, cool. Also, with a central hub with expansion potential in 3 directions. However, it's kind of boring just being netherrack and all, so we're going to make it interesting. And that starts by putting oak down. Now, this is actually modeled off of the nether, not the nether, the stable I built with a friend of mine before on a server, and it was just really freaking cool and we liked it, so I think I'm going to base it off of that. It will not be the same, but it will be similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to take all of the front pillars like this, and I'm going to make them the dark oak because dark oak is my favorite wood. And when we add the stone bricks, it will contrast really well with it, as well as the glowstone. I like using glowstone for lighting just because it's an actual block that you can use for lighting, and it doesn't, you can use it to add to your creation instead of having it, like torches I feel like kind of take away in some cases. Not all the time, but in general they're not, people aren't super thrilled when they see torches. Now, pretty sure I had these all dark oak, and that's not going to be possible right now because of, well, actually, I don't know, is it? Ooh, I don't know, we won't worry about it right now, but let us start by taking these out. Gosh dang it. Doing that on all of these, and then we can move on to the next thing. So I'm going to cut because this gets a little monotonous, and I will be back once I've covered all of these in each one of the I did this one wrong. When I get back, when I get done covering all of the actual pens with this stone. So I'll be back in a moment. See you in a bit. Okay guys, so I rotated this to all of them, and I added these fences. I didn't add a floor or ceiling yet because I expanded it outwards. You can see that these are 1 thick now, and I also expanded it that way and height wise. So it's going to be a little bigger area for the horses. Now, do one of these guys, this guy has a saddle on him. Can he jump out? He can. Cool. So let's throw one in here. See how we like it. It looks good. Nice. I do like that. So we'll add grass in here and we'll add more textures and such. But for right now, I am going to take a break and I will be back in a second. See you guys later. Well, not see you later. See you in a second. Yeah, like I'm leaving. I'm transitioning like I normally do. See you guys in a second. Bye. Okay, guys, I figured out how I want the glowstone here. So just kind of talk about my trip a little bit. So we went to Florida. We went to the Gulf side of it and met with some of my with my grandparents. And oh, little laggy there. So that was pretty fun. Hold on a second. So we met with my grandparents and did some pretty cool things. Stayed at their house for most of the trip, and so we hung out with them, went out for dinner, took some boat rides out in the Gulf, where I found a sea turtle, or I spotted one rather. So that was pretty sweet. I like this. Now this would be a 4x4 now. So I think what I'm gonna do, pop out the 4 corners. If I could put them in the corners, that'd be awesome. Nice. So I thought I'd put the cauldrons here as sort of like a water hole that the horses and donkeys and mules can drink out of, in theory, if they did such a thing. But what was I talking? Oh, okay, yes, the trip. So, why hello. When we were coming, oh man, I thought that was a gas for some reason. When we were coming back from the trip, we flew. Oh man, we had to fly from Tampa to Chicago, and our flight was, oh man, this sucked. So we get to Tampa, right? We're all fine. Start the flight to Chicago, at which point we're flying near Chicago, and all of a sudden we're up in the air for like an hour. And so my mom and Bluebird and I are starting to think, okay, well, what the heck is going on? Like, why are we here still? We should be landed in Chicago. The weather was not good enough, and they had a ground stop. So we were flying in the air for 1 hour, and then after that, we ended up almost running out of gas. So we had to land at a nearby airport in Indianapolis. So from there, we were laid over almost 6 hours. Almost 6 hours. It was 5.5 hours. It was absolutely ridiculous. So, despite that, that was terrible, because our first flight started at, like, we had to get up at like 5 something, and at that point it was, oh gosh, it was too long, regardless. So our connector flight that we were supposed to catch from the Chicago airport was canceled. Yes, it was canceled. Oh boy. So even when we finally got to Chicago, our flight was not going to come. So that was extremely frustrating. Cool. So that wasn't fun. The trip, however, was really good. So I'm not one that tries a lot of new foods, and if you aren't either, I would honestly suggest that you start trying new foods, because some new foods that you may want to try are actually really good. Like like I said, I don't try a lot of new things, but one of the things I tried was like a seafood jambalaya, and that was so gumbo, seafood gumbo, and that was so good. It had crab in it, and it had grouper tongue. That's a Florida thing. What else? It had some shrimp and mussels, and normally I'm not a seafood person, but this was really good and sounded really good, so I decided to try it. One of the few things that I try. And yeah, it was pretty fun. We also saw some dolphins at the same time that I saw that sea turtle, so that was pretty cool. I'm wondering if we decorate these things different per each one. So like this one has steel armor, so I'm wondering if we, or iron armor, so I'm wondering if we do a more stone brick sort of approach for that, right? I think we'll do that. So this will be a fill-in by horse that we have, sort of deal. Nice, like that. I like that a lot. And then what I'll do is I'll grab some grass and put grass in there. Actually, I think I said I was going to do half slabs, because I don't want them jumping up on that thing. I guess that's not really that big of a deal though. And I feel like they should probably have grass, because that would just kind of suck if it was all stone all the time. I don't think that's good for horses anyway. Okay, but we have to do the floor. So I'm going to pause for a while, and then not a week, yeah. But I'm going to pause for a while, and then we will come back and we will do the floors. See you in a bit. Guys, this is taking way too long. I just placed a block. Alright, but seriously, I have been putting this off and off and off, and it is just bleh. Stop putting it off. So I think we're just gonna do a speedy run through of me building this, and that way you guys don't have to sit and wait in anticipation of what this is finally going to look like, because geez, man, this is taking forever for me to do. So do I have dark oak wood? I do. Fun. Okay, so I'm gonna get that going, and I will come back to talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so we're back with voice this time. So I thought I'd give you guys the grand tour of the whole thing now that it's actually done. So let's get a look from over here. So here's the entrance after we come out of another portal. Okay, good. So we're here now, and we're looking to go grab a horse, right? I left these undone, well, except for this one, because I don't know how I want to do it for each horse. So I had it for this horse, right? I forgot you have to open both. Right, so that's done. I have to do the floor, but I need grass for that. I have some. I'll do it later. So floor is done, right? Okay, and now we move into my favorite part. This is the main area. I did these pretty much just for texture, so it's not boring. And each side is different. We'll probably end up tearing out one of these, most likely this one. I don't really like that one, but we'll probably just tear out this one so it's a right angle. But yeah, this is just the design. This is similar to what I did when I built it with my friends, but this is not the same. I think I ended up doing something really boring for the ends and I just repeated it, but not this time. Thought I'd do something a little different. This whole style, everything is just a little different. It was a little more plain when I did it, and I tried to go for a little more extravagant and interesting when I did it this time. So, just gonna walk around in a little bit of silence, and then we'll say goodbye for this episode. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you later. Goodbye.